Hey friends, and welcome back to another episode of Discovering Lost Ark. In this one we're going to be talking about the Gunslinger profession, as with every other episode of Discovering Lost Ark when we talked about classes. By the way, if you want to see the warriors, the mages, the fighters, I'm going to link all of those episodes in the description below. I have many episodes of Discovering Lost Ark, and if you don't know what Discovering Lost Ark is, by the way, if you're new to my channel, nice to meet you. Please don't forget to subscribe. And Lost Ark is a series in which me, Saivo, I give you the basics on various aspects of the game in their own separate videos, just to prepare you for when this game is going to be launched for us in the West, to see if it's something that you are excited for or not, something that you like or not. That's the whole purpose of the whole series, yeah? As with the whole series, I'm going to show you the classes as well. But let's just get into it, guys, yeah? The Gunslinger profession in Lost Ark branches out at level 10 into Devil Hunter, Blaster, and Hawkeye. Now, Devil Hunter is the two pistols kind of thing, sort of like Devil May Cry, Dante. The Blaster is the big gun kind of gunner, like the gunner in Terra, and the Hawkeye is the ranger equivalent of Lost Ark, yeah? We're just gonna go through them. In terms of Devil Hunter, as you can see, their attack capabilities are not maxed, their range is not maxed. They're kind of somewhere in the middle, except the supportive capabilities, which they basically have none of in that sense, yeah? In terms of blasters, their attack is pretty much almost at the max, and their range is again almost at the max. Their mobility absolutely non-existent besides the dodge and one skill. Defensive, they have some, and support capabilities, they also have a couple, right? In terms of Hawkeye, as you can see, their mobility is there present, their attack not that much, range also, defense not that much either, supportive capabilities almost none at all, yeah? We're gonna start with the Devil Hunter, guys. I'm gonna have all of these definitely translated for you on the screen as I was talking about them, yeah? Cool. Devil Hunter is the two pistolier kind of thing, yeah? They use two pistols, which is one weapon in Lost Ark, so you don't need to worry that you need two different weapons. They have an arsenal of skills, and they have three different types of skills. There is pistol skills, which is this one right here, and there is, for example, shotgun skills, and again there is sniper skills, because in fact a Devil Hunter does not have only a weapon. It has three weapons that you can swap in between, and that is their innate skill. You can swap from two pistols to shotgun to sniper rifle and do your skills on each of them in the order of your rotation or in the order that is needed, for example, in PvP. A very interesting class to play, a very intriguing class to play, in my opinion, the class that is the most complicated in that sense with their innate skill. I kind of played all the classes in the game, and I can tell you that swapping weapons and doing the right things at the right time, especially in PvP, on a Gunslinger, takes a lot of getting used to, compared to a Destroyer that their innate is just press a space and then click, or a Berserker that their innate is just press a space, you don't even need to click because you get a buff on yourself, and so on and so forth, yeah? So it's a pretty nice, interesting class. If you're a maniac of swapping weapons, then definitely the Gunslinger is for you, because they have three weapons to swap from. Three weapons that count as one weapon when you need to grind for it, right? So you don't need three actual weapons. Cool. Every one of these weapons has their own skills that can be customized from here. As you progress through levels, obviously you get more skills for a variety of weapons, and eventually you're going to make yourself your own desired build. However, only the two pistols have 8 skills. The rest of them do not have 8 skills. You only have some slots to socket the skills that you desire in that sense, so that these also can be a little bit customized, yeah? In terms of PvP, Devil Hunter definitely a nice profession. In terms of mobility, they are doing good. In terms of CC, they are doing also good in PvP. Definitely a ranged kind of profession, obviously, right? And it requires that kind of a player in order to do good on, yeah? In terms of swapping weapons, it is also a nice mechanic in PvP. Swap weapons after a CC, use a couple of skills on that weapon, and then swap weapon again, go further, use a sniper skill, and so on and so forth, yeah? So a nice profession overall, a profession that for me is a little bit to the needs to be learned side more than just straightforward, but it can do a lot of damage, and it has the potential to do very well in both PvP and PvE, which is very, very nice, yeah. In terms of squishiness, they are definitely to the squishy side in that sense, so caution is advised in PvE and in PvP as well. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Raiding, definitely something that a Devil Hunter is good at. PvP, 3v3 and 1v1, something that a Devil Hunter is good at, and so on and so forth, yeah. Let's move on, guys, to the by the way, I didn't talk about their elite skill. Their elite skill is a very nice one. I don't have access to it on this level 10 character, but their elite skill is a very nice skill in which you do a round massively damaging AoE spell around you. Cool. Let's swap classes, guys. Let's go to the Blaster. Blaster is a profession that I am intimate with because I have played it a lot in my time in Korea. Blaster is kind of the heavy metal version of this gunslinger profession, and they have access to a variety of skills that are very good for both PvE and PvP. So in terms of PvP, blasters are definitely viable. You can just look at my PvP videos and you can see that there is definitely a spot for a blaster in any PvP, 1v1 and 3v3. Koreans don't really play blasters. I'm not quite sure why, but very few blasters, and very few blasters that are doing good in ranked PvP here on the Korean servers. Maybe they just are too cautious with it. It's a class that you might want to go sometimes YOLO, sometimes you might want to be defensive, so it requires also, again, a specific kind of playstyle. Their innate skill here in the middle is just a gauge that fills up. As the gauge fills up, you get a buff that gives you skill damage for all of your skills, and then when it reaches the max, it resets back to 0, and again you build it up for 10% skill damage, 20 and 30 at the very end for a little bit, yeah. When you used enough skills, and let's just quickly use some skills so I can actually show you. When you use enough skills, the blaster becomes a turret. Instead of this big gun, you get to become a turret, and then with the turret you can use a variety of skills, yeah. In terms of blasters, they have some very nice CC, same as destroyers. They can do really good in terms of raiding, and they are wanted in raids. Kind of a slow class in that sense. You're not gonna feel like, wow, I'm such like a nice kung fu master on a blaster. You're actually gonna feel pretty slow. And let me show you actually the middle skill, the turret, how it looks. It looks kind of like this. You have 3 skills that you can use, even at level 50. They do massive amounts of damage, but obviously, as you can imagine, you are stuck here until you exit the turret. So managing these skills well, you also cannot, you know, cast them at your specific location. They have various ranges for each. Managing them well, having intuition in PvP is definitely a must for a blaster to do good. You do not have the skill set to just herder in like a berserker or a destroyer. You don't have those kinds of skills. You do have skills that require you to have some intuition in terms of PvP, yeah. Cool. Other than that, guys, blasters can do a ridiculous amount of damage in terms of PvE if played well, and as every other class, they have a lot of customization. A very straightforward class to play, nothing special here in the middle, and their elite skill is just a targeted set of rockets that obviously you need to target at a specific location, and the person or the boss needs to be in that location in order for them to start following that particular mob or player. That's about it. And there is no skills that you need to use prior to some other skills to build some gauges up. There are skills, of course, in the arsenal that fill this up a little bit more. You know, maintaining a positive energy here for specific skills is very important, definitely, if you want to min-max, but that's about it, yeah. The third profession here, the Hawkeye, is basically the ranger. As you can see, they have some range. They have some mobility, sorry, they have some range. Their attack is not really that maxed out, but that's not to say they cannot do good. They can do very good in terms of damage. However, you kind of need to kite on a ranger. Here in Lost Ark, there is no those rangers that just stand still and, hey, I'm a ranger, I'm ranged, but I can also stand still in all of your shit. No, it's not gonna happen here. A little bit to the squishy side, same as the devil hunters in that sense. So you do need to kite. On a ranger, you have a lot more kiting possibilities than the devil hunter, for example, as a comparison. And also very important, the ranger is the only class in the game that has a hide skill, that has a hide mechanic that comes from some of his skills. So if you glyph some of your skills the right way towards hiding, you're just going to be hidden, yeah? And it's the only class that can do that in PvP. In PvE, obviously, you can use various potions, and one of those potions can just provide you stealth, but what's the point, right? In PvP, only rangers can do it. A very nice ranger class, one of the best ranger classes I have actually seen in any MMORPG, a ranger class that actually is required to kite, as I told you, and that is really nice. A very mobile class, a very dodgy class, a class that also has the hide and can use it very well to their advantage, a class that has a lot of interesting mechanics added to the ranger. On top of that, they have traps that are actually viable in this game compared to other MMORPGs in which rangers do have traps, but they're not that viable. So here traps are viable. Their middle skill is to summon a hawk that automatically attacks targets around you, but also the hawk can be placed to do this on the ground. If you press a button, it does this on your nearest target, or it can do this with the hawk. You can just release it and do a massive amount of damage to the target in that particular area. Yeah, I didn't hit the boss with that, so yeah, don't look at their HP. In any case, a very nice ranger with nice skills, good looking skills. It feels exactly like a ranger should feel, so I highly recommend this class as well, even if in Korea it's not necessarily extremely popular in PvP nor PvE, just because Koreans are a little bit crazy with two things. One is min-maxing. Oh, this class does not do 10 million DPS, I don't want to play it, I don't want to take it with me in the raid. This class does not offer me shields and buffs, I don't want to take it, I just want the part. And the second thing that they're obsessed with here in Korea is wait, I forgot what it was. The fighter classes. Everyone in Korea needs to be an infighter, a battle master, or a soul master, because that's their national treasure here. It's fun, those are fun classes, but if you're the ranger type, you're gonna love Ranger in Lost Ark. Hawkeye, sorry, in Lost Ark. A very nice class, yeah. For both content PvE and PvP, you can feel very well on it. The sounds and the skills and the looks and everything is really nice. Again, a very straightforward class in terms of the middle skill, the elite. That's all I wanted to talk about these classes, to present them to you, the Gunslinger classes. And yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. I thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video or if you enjoyed my haircut. And until my next video, guys, I wish you lots of love. I'll see you soon.